Though it didn't take long, I've beaten the Fallout 3 main questline and a bit of side quest, and can finally talk about this game that's taken me so long to play. My total playtime comes to about 31 hours, which to me, it's a good amount of time to experience most of what the game has to offer. After an intense amount of research and Google searching, my findings show that everyone's time to complete the main questline are all varied by a large amount. Looking at these two game facts specimens show that there's two types of gamers. Firstly, the story rushing cuck of the waste, and secondly, the Chad lore enjoyer plus slave for the Brotherhood of Steel. I believe I lie in between these crossroads and couldn't really figure out how to make my time with the game interesting enough to get truly invested, but also when it came to the main quest especially, I wanted to see where the story was going next and what twist the game was going to pull and how I could help save the world from the menace that is wreaking havoc on the Mojave wasteland. Being in the middle of enjoyment for this game, I believe I've earned the right to call myself the rushing slave for the Brotherhood of Steel. The main questline of Fallout 3 was a length that not even I could predict. Playing the game casually whenever I had a day off or whenever I was free would bring my main story to about 8 hours or so. I believe in the last game I played that took about the same time was Dying Light, and if you played that game, you already know that game's story is very bad. And also on the topic of stories that just move at breakneck paces is an anime. You've probably already seen it, Crunchyroll exclusive, God of High School. God of High School and Fallout 3 have stories that have something in common. For example, at one point, you could be hanging out with your friends, having fun, maybe buying stim packs, partying, or reviving a secret operation that's been closed for over 20 years, and the next minute the world is near total annihilation from a secret government in hiding since pre-war times. I just think that it's okay for a game to be short, but I spent more time looking for my dad than the time I was with him, because not long after finding him, he's killed off in like the dumbest way possible. And the game just remembers, oh, well shit, I guess he wasn't the main character after all, and throws every single important mission and faction all at once. Just everything happens all at once. Just out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, you're the hero of the story. Besides the story, the game can be quite fun to travel and learn about. The Mojave has no shortage of people that need help, and most of them are good people who are thankful for your aid. But the only thing I was looking for as a reward, honestly, was a fucking scope or sight for my guns. If not for VATS, I think my early game would have made me quit and never come back to Fallout 3. There is no aiming down sight in this game, which is fine in its own right, I guess. The only issue I have is with this is with zero calculations made in my head, zero research, I've concluded that my character is maybe about 50% blind with maybe a little fraction on the side, and that's why I've missed about 80% of my total shots when I'm shot in this game, even while crouching to steady my aim. But VATS still makes up for this downfall, honestly, and it's a great way of adding targeting by giving me a crisp 20% chance of hitting my opponents, which is a decent variable, I dare say. To conclude, I enjoyed most of the moments I played on Fallout 3 and would say that this is possibly one of the best games I've had the pleasure of experiencing. No, I'm just kidding. New Vegas is more fun though if you want to play.